I thanked them a moment ago, but I just want to make sure that we acknowledge the work of the Palm Springs High School Spear of the Sands Jazz Band under the direction of Brian Ingleson. They, absolutely. They are heading to Scotland in 2 weeks. They're going to participate in the Easter Festival, and we just helped them, you actually just helped them get there, so thank you for that. Thank you for coming to Palm Springs. I don't know if any of you flew in. How many of you flew in? Were you greeted with this lovely sign on the plasma displays, the Q the Future logo, Peter Reynolds' beautiful logo there? They really know how to make you feel welcome, don't they? We really want to thank the Palm Springs Visitor Bureau and all the great folks here at the Convention Center and the hotel facilities for making us feel welcome. How many of you were able to see Marco Antonio Torres last night? It was an outstanding keynote. What a great way to kick off our event. We want to thank Marco for supporting us in there, sharing his vision. We also, last night, immediately following the keynote, we had the Q Media Festival. This is, I think, our third year doing it, where we're celebrating student creativity. It's the best of student media festivals, including one that I'm involved in, the California Student Media Festival, and about 5 or 6 others from around California and Nevada. So how many of you went to the Media Festival, got to see some amazing student work and watch what's happening there? We also have a strong ethos with regards to the idea of stealing the festival and building your own. We actually have a button on the website that says Steal This Festival at the California Student Media Festival with templates and PDFs and things you can use to create your own media festival. So if you don't have a local one, start one. That's what we're about, right? We innovate, we share, we celebrate student creativity. So thank you for coming to that, and if you didn't make it this year, plan on joining us on Thursday night next year for that. We also want to acknowledge the work of the Q Board of Directors. These are 9 individuals that have full-time jobs, and on top of that, they give their time to share their vision and guide the organization into the future. I wanted to, at this time, have the board stand and be recognized. We've got 9 of them, and I think we've got them positioned here, but some of them are also still collecting your tickets, so we may not have all 9 present. And Kurt's going to rise up. Look at that. All right. Thank you. And here they all are. So you didn't see all of them, and they've got them up here as well. Really want to thank them for their time. A number of folks have asked us in person and on the interwebs, what is the official hashtag for Q 2012? And here it is. It's Q12. We will accept others as well, but you just may not have as much of a rich conversation. Might just be talking to yourself if you make up your own. That's sort of the idea. So if you're on Twitter, if you're blogging, if you're posting photos, this is the hashtag to use. We actually try to print it on everything that we send out, like from the very beginning at the get-go, but it still is tricky to get those words out. If you aren't familiar with Q, if this is maybe your first conference, Q stands for Computer Using Educators, and we believe that technology can be used to advance student achievement. We believe that student achievement is what we're here about. The tools are just extra. The tools are ways to get there, right? And we believe that student achievement is our ultimate goal. Towards that end, we launched a new slogan. We put it up on our new website, and it is Educate, Innovate, Explore. And we think that that really embodies the spirit of you, our members, and our attendees. So thank you. We have just a couple of announcements, beginning first with our good friends at the International Society for Technology and Education. Danilo Ivaniuk is here to share what you might be expecting in San Diego. The remote this time. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Wait,
Sunny. What?
Looks on.
I always wanted to do that. Thank you all. My name is Danilo Ivaniuk. I'm ISTE's Senior Director of Conference Services, and I oversee the annual production and strategy and ultimately the success of ISTE's annual conference and exposition. Q and ISTE have been working together for many years to create successful conferences. Was anybody at the very first Q and ISTE collaboration in 1986? 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you for still sticking around. 1998. Anybody was there in San Diego in 1998? Wonderful. Oh, that's great. And how about 2006, the 4th of July conference? Okay, good. Now, here's the real trick question. How many people are going to be in San Diego this June in 2012? Excellent. Thank you so much. We believe that it's going to be a really wonderful conference, and we could not do it without the support of Q. I want to actually, to that end, I think the remote died. Hey. All right, recognize a few people who have made this possible for us for sure. Bonnie Marks, our regional program chair. Many of you know Bonnie. Stacy Diebel Reynolds, who is our student showcase chair. Stacy, are you here? Yay. Kathy Hayden, our poster session co-chair. Kurt Larson, our poster session also co-chair. Thank you, Kurt. Christine Olmstead, our model lessons chair. And Daryl Sturman, our workshop chair. And I think, Daryl, you have been a workshops chair for us for all 4 conferences? Forever, since the beginning of time, right? We're also really indebted to those folks who have spent tons of time getting the word out about ISTE 2012 to the entire California and Q communities. Please, Mike Lawrence, our Q organizational liaison, who's been helping us out, Micheline LeBlanc, our board liaison, Jan Haff, the marketing liaison, and dear Sharon Sutton, our volunteer liaison, who just received the Making It Happen Award along with Roland Baker yesterday, if you saw that presented during Marco's keynote. It was wonderful. Danny Silva, our professional development liaison, working with us. And also, I wanted to put Cynthia's name on here. She hasn't been an active member of our, quote, committee, but she was single-handedly responsible for working out a relationship with ISTE by where all the educators within the San Diego Unified School District are able to attend the conference at a discount. And so that's probably 800 to 1,000 people we will see from San Diego Unified participating in the conference. It's really exciting. And thank you, Cynthia, for that especially. And finally, I just want to say that how many people were at Marco's yesterday? Okay. So, and did you see Sharon receive her presentation and you got to hear her speak? One of the things that she said is that volunteers really do make it happen. And ISTE believes that just as strongly as Q does. We all know that this is the heart and soul of how we create these events and what it is that we're doing together. And if you are at all interested in getting involved with the volunteer program at ISTE 2012, I know that Sharon would love to add your name to the roster. You can do that as you register for the conference at isteconference.org/2012. As you're registering, a very clever little dialog box will come up and ask you if you'd like to volunteer, and if not, your registration is deleted. Your password will never work ever again. But please volunteer. We'd love to see you there. I guess in tomorrow's keynote on Saturday, Mike will be raffling off a free registration to the ISTE 2012 conference, and I believe that you must be present to win. Is this true? All right. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for this time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your conference. Thank you very much, and see you in San Diego.
Thank you, Janella. Sorry it died.
It's just fine.
Excellent. So who's winning that raffle item? Who's going to win that? Who's planning on winning? Okay, great. Excellent. Yes. All righty. If you attach a $20 bill to the raffle ticket, it increases your... No, just kidding. One more announcement. We forged a new partnership. I'm a big fan of partnerships, of extending the tent. I'm a big fan of supporting those who believe that education is their future career. And I have a good friend, Julie Evans, who runs Project Tomorrow and does the Student Speak Up Day surveys. Has anyone participated in the Speak Up Day surveys? So they've now become the official affiliate of Future Educators of America, the Future Educators Association. And she mentioned to me that they were going to have an annual event. And she was starting to stress, gosh, where could I plan it? And I have to put on a conference, and how could I possibly find space? And then, the hotel, and how do I arrange all these things? And I said, I put on a conference. Palm Springs, it's pretty nice. You should just send those students to our event. We'll make a space for you, and then we'll give them access to the sessions, and they can see what it would look like to be a teacher. And the more we talked about it, and it was actually at an ISTE board meeting when we brainstormed this idea, the more we realized it's a perfect solution. So we're welcoming around 50 future educators to the conference. And in fact, if you see anyone walking around with a bag like this, please encourage them. We need bright, young, new, and energetic minds. So this is the Future Educator bag that they've got. And there'll be about 50 of them roaming around all day today. So I wanted to thank Julie Evans and the Future Educators of America Association. We also have a really exciting announcement. We put a press release out a little earlier, but we thought we'd tell our family here since we've gathered you. The good folks at YouTube have asked Q to curate the YouTube Teachers website. And this website is already up and functional, and it's been built by a group of great teachers. Yeah, absolutely applaud. I'm sorry, I don't mean standing on the applause. The website is right here. This is what the website looks like. And it already has a great number of videos. Q's going to actually enhance that and expand on it. They already have a great core group of teachers, but it wasn't scalable. Q is massive. We have thousands of innovative educators that can look at videos and say, yes, this is excellent quality video. Let's put it in this category because it addresses this particular topic or this particular standard. So we'll be doing that. We'll be leveraging the Q membership and lead learners to find those best videos within YouTube's existing network and then encourage additional videos to be created by teachers and uploaded. And then once they're in, we'll put them in the system. So watch for this launch shortly. I wanted to thank Will Hutelling. Is Will here from YouTube? There he is. Yay! Thank you, Will, for making this happen. Very excited about it. We also, every year, have 3 seats on our board that become open and available for some lucky person to find a way to, in addition to their day job, take meetings and go places and make decisions and end up really helping us shape the vision in the organization. So we have, this year, 8 candidates, and I wanted to introduce them to you now. I always like to put in visuals if I can, so we're looking for a few good eggs. The election this year will be April 1st through the 23rd, and it'll be at q.org/election. In fact, if you go there now, there's a link that will take you to the page that has every single candidate's statement and an interview by Dr. Steve Kay. Dr. Steve Kay, are you in the room? Just retired, and he said he really wanted to come to the conference, and he interviewed all of the 8 candidates, and we posted those interviews now up on the web, on the Q website. I also want to acknowledge the work of Cameron McCune, the chair of the nominating committee. It's his and his committee's work that helped us recruit this great slate of candidates. So when I call your name, go ahead and stand up. If we could hold applause until all 8 have been read off, that would be outstanding. Stephen Clemens, are you in the room? Stephen Clemens is from San Diego. He's the Assistant Superintendent for Technology, and he was nominated by Q members. Robert Craven is an incumbent. He's actually currently, for one more day, the Technology Program Specialist at the Saddleback Valley Unified School District, and he's running for re-election. Robert, if you're in the room, stand up. And Kathy Felder is the Curriculum Consultant from Kings County Office of Education, and she was nominated by her affiliate, Central Valley Q. We have Karen McBride. She is currently adjunct faculty at Azusa Pacific. There she is. She was nominated by her local affiliate, San Gabriel Valley Q. Carol Ann McGuire, good friend of mine. There she is, Carol Ann. Technology Integration Specialist at the New Village Leadership Academy. She was nominated by Orange County Q, her local affiliate. Suzanne Mitchell, our conference chair, was nominated. She's Director of Technology from Las Lomitas Elementary School District in Menlo Park, and she was nominated by her affiliate, Silicon Valley Q. And our last 2, and then you can applaud, I promise. Barbara Nemko, who's currently Napa County Superintendent of Schools, right here. She was nominated by her affiliate, what was the affiliate formerly known as Wine Country Q, that is now in the process of being renamed North Bay Q, which, I understand the reasons behind it, but I'm just a little sad. Roger Wagner, are you in the room? Roger Wagner is an independent consultant, software designer. He designed Hyper Studio, and he was nominated by his local affiliate, San Diego Q. So we have a fine slate. Let's hear it for our 8 board nominees. You can meet them today, 12:45 at the Hub at Q. That's our booth in the center of the exhibit show floor, or tomorrow at 10:45. We also have, as I mentioned, their statements online and their interviews. So you have a number of opportunities to get to know them, get to meet them, figure out what they're really passionate about. And just so you know, regardless of what happens, all of them are already engaged in Q. All of them will continue to be engaged in Q. And I make it a point to have a conversation with each of those that are not elected and find ways to make sure that their vision is implemented in some way. So just want to let you all know that we really appreciate all 8 of you stepping up, because it is a huge commitment to do this. And so we thank you for that, your willingness to do it. As I mentioned, the election kicks off April 1st. You must be a current Q member to vote. And to do that, to make sure you are, you could log into q.org, which isn't a bad idea in general, by the way. We have lots of good things there. Just log in and make sure that you are a current member, and it goes past April 1st of this year, and then you'll make sure that you'll get the email to vote. As I said, it's going to go until the Tuesday. It's the 4th Tuesday of April. And that's when it ends. I want to take this moment to acknowledge and invite up on the stage your board president, Micheline LeBlanc. She's finishing out her second year as president, and I wanted to acknowledge the tremendous effort and time that takes. It's not the easiest to be on the board, let alone take on additional duties and be a president. So thank you for all the additional time and work that you put in. Let's hear it for your president. Oh. Sorry. There's my email.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my people. I was listening to Marco, and you know what he said? That oftentimes your people are not necessarily the people that you work with. And when I got involved in education technology a long time ago, 20 plus years ago, Q was my family. You were the lifeblood that, encouraged me to go back to my school district and my school and really try to make it happen in ed tech. So welcome, my people. I'm so glad to be here. I just wanted to spend a couple minutes this morning giving you some highlights of what's been happening in Q this year, and also remind you that tomorrow between 2 and 3 there is a membership meeting where we will elaborate on more of the details of what Q has been up to, how we look to the future, and also talk about our financial situation. So you're welcome. It's on your Q guide from 2 to 3. One of the things that we're very proud to have reestablished was last year we continued and went back to having a Northern Q conference. And it was held in the lovely Napa Valley area. And thanks to all the folks in Napa County, Barbara, your staff, the people at Napa Unified School District, Napa Valley Unified School District. It was held at American Canyon High School, a newly green high school. A wonderful experience for all. There were over 600 people attending last year, and this year over 800, which is an increase of about 33%, being the math teacher. I didn't do it completely, but it's around 33%. So we're very happy to be back, and we will be going back again the 26th and 27th of October in Napa. We were proud to have Tom Torlakson join us last year up in Napa. He joined us again this year. He was here in Palm Springs last year, and he will be with us again tomorrow, kicking off the Student Showcase, spending the day with us, and then saying a few words at the end, at the closing ceremony. So we're very glad that Tom Torlakson can join us these last couple of years. Whoops. We launched the Q website. The theme was that we were going to learn, belong, and impact, and we are hoping that that theme carries and you're able now to find the things that you're looking for. There's a personalization that can be done on the left-hand side, and it's neat, clean, very user-friendly, and we hope that you visit often, and from there you can find out all the information about Q and its community. This year, actually, with this issue, we are launching On Q Plus, the online version, interactive version of our On Q journal. So look for that and more information about that this year. We have nominations.
Several pages.
Oh, thank you. All right, so these are sample pages in the On-Q journal, and is there at the booth, are they going to find out information about that?
Yep.
Okay, so here are some sample pages from the online On-Q Plus. Joining Amy Jenkins, who joined the Q staff last year, this year we have 2 new staff members. Danny Silva doing the role of Professional Development Coordinator, and Elizabeth Durst, whom you might have met this morning or yesterday when you chimed in as the conference assistant. I want to thank the Q board. For all, it is true. Sharon said it. We heard it again today. Volunteering time Besides being on the board, we are liaisons to our affiliates. We are liaisons to the 7 SIGs and the 5 committees. A lot of hours and dedication to making CUE the successful organization that it is. And thank you so much for all that you do. We think, as always, we're cued to the future, always looking ahead, always experimenting, as we heard. We're staying in, if you remember what Marco said yesterday, we're staying in the question zone. And with that, experimentation, remixing, we hope that we offer an excellent program. And I believe that we do. Do you think we do? I hope so. And you know, one of the things that makes this organization, besides all of you and all the volunteers and the committee chairs and the committee volunteers, is the leadership that we have. And we know that he's a great leader, but we also found out very recently that others thought so. So last week, Mike Lawrence was awarded a certificate for being among the 20 to watch. He was given this award by the National... He was given this award by the National School Board Association at the COSIN conference last weekend. And so we are so very proud. And I did want to ask you to give him a round of applause. Come up. He's a great guy. He works 24/7 for you. We all work for why we're here. And the way that we always start our board meetings, it's all about the kids. It's all about the students. It's all about making their learning experiences wonderful and offering that opportunity for them to grow, to create, to become. And so, thank you, Mike. Thanks, Mike. And also, Mike has been a member of the CUE board, and he will be running for re-election this year. So, ISTE board. Sorry. Vote for him.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kishley. Thank you so much. I have to make a note, when you add slides to your president's presentation, you should tell your president that you've added slides to their presentation. Just mental note, I'll file that away. And I should have chosen a different tie for that photo, I realize now. So you can all, it's a new tie though, isn't it nice? You'd wear it twice too, wouldn't you? Okay. You don't blame me, you understand. But no, I am honored, and what Micheline didn't mention that I think is absolutely needs to be mentioned is that I was nominated for that award by members of the CUE Board of Directors and CUE volunteers. So thank you to the board, and thank you, Lainey, for taking the leadership on that. I really appreciate that. The board does do a lot. You also notice that we have a board member running around taking photos. Other duties as assigned, Ken Shelton. Thank you so much. At this time, I want to invite up the chair of the CUE Awards Committee. We celebrate our own educational heroes here at CUE, and we have a number to celebrate today. Deborah White, I want to have you come on up. And let's thank Deborah for her efforts. Deborah lives in Arizona now, so we're talking about like an expansion, right? A CUE Arizona. So tell us who has got some awards this year.
You have your thing, so I can... do it. Okay. I would like to quickly thank the awards committee. The members of the committee this year were Sarah Armstrong, Jerome Berg, Hall Davidson, and Barbara Kenoy. And I also want to thank all of you for working through with us and the CUE staff, having the awards submitted online for the first time this year. I am going to ask that if you are an award recipient, that when I do start reading the statement about you and mentioning your name, that you start to make your way to the stage. And I'm going to ask that the audience would hold their applause and wait until we have completed handing them their award, and then you'll be exiting the stage to have your photo taken. We're going to start this morning with Gold Disc. And there are 5 Gold Disc winners this year, which is very exciting. And I would like to ask that you wait to applaud until all 5 of them have received their awards so we can keep things moving. So the Gold Disc is CUE's oldest recognition program. A Gold Disc is recognition of the recipient's contributions to CUE and to the technology in learning. CUE members who've made a significant long-time commitment to CUE and its programs can be nominated to receive the Gold Disc, and Gold Discs are intended to celebrate member contributions of time and talent to CUE. Gary Carnow is our first recipient. Dr. Gary Carnow's career in education spans 37 years, and the last 27 have been devoted to technology in education. From teacher to his current position as Chief Technology Officer, he's been on the forefront of technology in education. Gary was one of CUE's first pre-conference presenters with his all-day grant writing seminars. You may have remembered attending those. He planned and implemented a series of model school dissemination strands at CUE conferences in the 90s, and Gary has been a CUE member and supporter for over 25 years. Gary would like to thank the CUE Board of Directors and his many friends and associates in the San Gabriel Valley chapter of CUE. What's he doing? In his words, CUE has been a vital part of my professional life for over 30 years. Jeannie Heaton. Jeannie's been working in education, for more than 30 years, and she is a local pioneer in promoting the integration of technology in school curricula. She is consistently student-centered and she's conscientious. She's been an active member of CUE for more than 20 years and has served on the Inland Area CUE Board of Directors since 1992. She would like to humbly and gratefully thank her friends and colleagues on the Inland Area Computer Using Board for the nomination. For the past 20 years, it's been a joy and a privilege to be part of the CUE organization. The conference I attend annually is a spark that ignites new ideas and creativity that I can share with my students and fellow teachers. CUE's provided me with the skills, the software, and the uses of technology to educate and inspire students for their future lives. Thank you to computer using educators for this distinguished award. Greg Legutke. Greg is a pioneer, he's a pioneer too. Greg is a project specialist for Region 10 of CTAP. He's been a champion for the effective use of assistive technology resources in the classroom. Greg's been instrumental in developing the special. I'm supposed to be advancing this. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm not? Back. It doesn't work. Sorry about that. He's been instrumental in developing the Special Education Teacher Technology Specialist Project in his CTAP region. He organized the assistive technology strands for the Spring CUE Conference of 2004 and 2005, and developed and coordinated the Diverse Learner Symposium, which has been a part of the CUE Conference since 2010. Greg would like to thank the CUE Board of Directors for this honor, a fitting capstone for his 30-plus years in education. He'd especially like to thank his friends, especially Jenny Thomas for spearheading the completion of the nomination application, and it gives credence to Greg's own belief that he's truly a legend in his own time. Michael Morrison. Okay, cool. Let's go to Michael. Okay, Michael Morrison served on the CUE board from 2003 to 2006, a time that saw the hiring of our current ED and the birth of CUE to You, the professional development program. During the past year, Michael has supported Q by overseeing the website redesign and launch. It's a good thing I'm a former drama teacher, right? During the past year, I've already read that. As the CTO of a large district, Michael strives to make the user experience for his staff and his students and parents low stress. And technology powerful. Really. Michael's been a longtime supporter of Q and the conference. Every year he brings a contingent of staff members to the conference to learn and experience. They were sitting on the patio yesterday afternoon together. Michael is honored to be selected for the Gold Disc. He wants to thank Q for giving him an opportunity to serve in a variety of roles that have helped improve student learning. He believes Q has made him a better CTO and kept his focus on students. And he also wants to thank the amazing Mike Lawrence. And Greg Legutke. I did him? We need Steve. I don't know what I'm doing. It's early, okay? It said Stephen, the picture was, okay, here we go. Stephen Politzer. He joined the East Bay Q board in 2007. He's currently in his second year as board president and has served as secretary and vice president. His energy and effort has helped to double the attendance at East Bay Q's mini conference, and he's been a speaker and hands-on presenter, a workshop presenter. He's been a volunteer at Palm Springs Q and coordinated the Q 2011 Northern Q affiliate leadership meeting. And he spent significant amounts of time to support technology integration projects. I had to drag him out of the registration booth to get him in here. Steve is proud to represent Q, and he's honored to serve on the board of East Bay Q, and he's humbled by this recognition. And he offers 3 words from his online persona: the tech dog, old dog, new tricks, woof. Let's applaud our Gold Disc winners. The right slide. Okay. Technology in Learning Leadership is the next award we want to present this morning. So TIL, as you might also know it, in that award recognizes local, state, and national leaders in educational technology, members of the broader educational technology community. Not necessarily do they need to be Q members. They're eligible for recognition in this category for their contributions to advancing the mission of the organization. And this is actually, very briefly, this is an award that comes through the affiliates. So we actually have, first of all, 2 affiliate winners. We have Kim Aline from Central Valley Q and Gary Stager from Orange County Q. And also this award, this person goes on to be nominated to ISTE for their Technology Leadership Award. So Gary Stager is an internationally recognized educator and speaker and consultant. Since 1982, Greg has helped learners of all ages on 6 continents embrace the power of computers as intellectual laboratories and vehicles for self-expression. He's led professional development at some of the world's first laptop schools. He's designed online graduate school programs, and he's recognized as an early pioneer in online learning. He was a collaborator with MIT Media Lab, Future of Learning Group, and a member of the One Laptop Per Child Foundation's learning team. He currently serves as senior STEM and educational consultant for the leading school architectural firm Fielding Nair International. And he also works as the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Director at the Oak School in Hollywood, California. He continues to teach programming, math, and engineering to elementary students and their teachers, and continues to be a learner himself. So, Gary. I'm going to turn this over to Micheline.
It's my great pleasure to present the award for Platinum Disc, one of the highest awards that CUE does give, to a very dear friend and colleague, Gerald McMullen. Gerald and I met in late 1996-97 when we worked together at CTAP Region 4. And since then, Gerald has been on the East Bay CUE board and has served twice as their president. Not only did he just work and support and volunteer locally, he also has been on the communications committee forever and also serves as the affiliate SIG leadership chairperson. So at every CUE conference for the last 10 years or so, Gerald and his team have prepared and presented a leadership luncheon, and in the summer this year, they will work to establish a leadership summit for all of our affiliates and our SIG leaders. So for that, and for all the volunteer work, for his leadership, for presenting at CUE, for always being there, ready to say, yes, I can help, I want to congratulate Gerald on receiving this award.
And the last award that we're presenting this morning is Legislative Advocacy. This is a very special award where the nominee is actually selected by our Legislative Advocacy Committee. Hillary Goldman. She's been more than 20 years of public policy experience. She's responsible for developing and executing ISTE's federal and state public policy agenda and mobilizing its grassroots effort. Hillary has supported CUE's advocacy efforts during her tenure at ISTE. She's led to concurrent sessions at the CUE annual conference and is an active participant at CUE's policy committee meeting that's held during the CUE conference. Hillary was a leader in drafting the Achievement Through Technology and Innovation Act, ATTAIN. Most recently, ISTE has published a book, Advocacy and Educational Technology, authored by Hillary Goldman. In Hillary's words, I'd like to thank CUE for this fabulous honor. Words cannot express how honored I am by being recognized by my colleagues. Advocacy is a partnership, and the opportunity I have to work with CUE's advocacy leaders strengthens the collective voices of education, technology, advocates across the country. Congratulations, Hillary. Previously, we awarded, as you heard, the Making It Happen Award, given to Roland Baker and Sharon Sutton. And last of all, please come back for the closing session where we have a few more awards to give. And then we'd like you to start thinking now. Who are you going to nominate for 2013? Nominations are due for the Affiliate Awards, Outstanding Teacher and Technology and Learning Leadership, November 15th. And Gold Disc, Outstanding Emerging Teacher, Site Leader of the Year, are due December 6th. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. That's a lot of work. I would not want to have to be in that committee. There's tremendous members that we have and people that need to be acknowledged. Thank you, Deborah, and your committee for your hard work on that. And one of the things that I was reminded of while listening was with Hillary's award, you actually have an opportunity to connect with your legislator while you're here at Q. It's called ETAN, the EdTech Action Network. We have it set up in the hub at Q. You can connect with your legislator right there on the computer. So if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up, connect with your legislators, and use that ETAN network. It's quite a powerful way to communicate what we're hoping for here in our work together.